So in your folder, you have a worksheet that I use. It says Budget Basics on the top of it. And on this one, we have Josh. Josh is he's decided to create and follow a budget. So we're going to use the information that he has here to complete the items as directed. He takes home $1,155 a month, and he has the following estimated expenses for March. He's got his car payment, he's got donations to his church, his dad's birthday, dry cleaning, entertainment, gas and electricity for his apartment, glasses, he had to get a new prescription. He spends $100 on groceries, $100 on meals out, $200 on rent. He has an emergency fund set up, or savings with 50% of the emergency fund. So he's got 150 put in that, so 75 is going to go into his emergency fund, 75 into his savings. He's got subscriptions of $10 and a telephone bill of $25. Now I know some of those dollar amounts might not be very realistic, but at least it gives you an idea of how to do it. So the first thing I want you to do, I want you to take a couple minutes and I want you to put these expenses into this budget sheet that you have there. All right? So again, the first one, pretty easy, 75 for emergency fund, 75 for the savings account. Then if you move off to the right where it says total savings, you'd have $150 there. Now, if you jump ahead real quick with me though, down at total savings and expenses, on that line that should be $1,155. His total income is going to be $1,155, and the difference is 0. So this is your zero-based budget. So put things in there where you think that they should go. All right. So this is where I put things. We had the $150 in savings, so 75 to the emergency, 75 to the savings account, $200 rent, $150 for his installment loan for his car loan. So it meant that he had total fixed expenses of $350. Food, $200, utilities, $50, clothing, $20, gas and maintenance of his car, $75, $150 for his glasses, $100 for entertainment, $10 for personal, $50 for gifts and contributions. So total flexible expenses of $655. Now, I probably should have mentioned the difference between the fixed and flexible, but I hope that everybody knows that, right? Your fixed ones are the ones that are going to happen every single month, due at the exact same time. The flexible ones are going to be ones that vary in amount and that vary in frequency. What's probably a more accurate term than flexible expenses is there actually probably is a third category, and that would be recurring expenses. Recurring expenses like your utilities, where you don't know exactly how much they're going to be every month, but you got a roundabout idea of how much they're going to be. You know you're going to have to put gas in your car every single month, but you don't know exactly how much you're going to put in. But for this one, we just leave it as flexible. So the 150, the 350, the 655, that gives us that total of $1,155. He has a total income of $1,155, which makes a difference of 0. So every penny he has is spoken for. And that's what the zero-based budget is all about. Now, the reason why I really, really like this, and again, I'm going to give you one more little activity to work on here in a second, is that once you get this down and get this established, I'm kind of a competitive person, so it's just kind of like every month, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to make this, this is going to be what I'm going to do. It's kind of like the very first time I ever balanced my checkbook. And the next month, if it balanced, I was like, yes, I can't believe, and then I'd be 3 months in a row and 6 months in a row, and then finally you screw up, and then you got to go back and fix it. And then you start your count all over again. But what I love about this is once you get this down and you get in the habit of doing this, let's say that there's going to be something that gets thrown at you, and that's what's on the next page. Because of shortage of parts where he works, the factory is going to be shut down for 5 days in April. So as a result, his monthly take-home pay is going to be reduced to $860. Now, to a lot of people, they look at that $1,155 being reduced to $860 and think, how the heck am I going to manage? How am I going to make ends meet during that particular time? So what I'm going to ask you to do is create the next month's budget using $860 as his total income. And then again, total savings and expenses is going to be $860 as well. Now, how do we do that, or what steps do we take first? Well, the easiest thing is to go back and look at his previous expenses. If we look back here, is he going to have to make his car payment? Of course, he can't get away with not making that. Church donations? I always tell people that's between you and God. I'm not going to get in there, so that's up to you. It's not going to be Dad's birthday again, so you're going to save $50 or $30 there. Dry cleaning, can you do without it? Reduce it? Who knows? Entertainment, and this is always one place where I talk to the students and say, I'm just going to cut my entertainment. Let's be realistic, come on. I mean, this budgeting is not supposed to be killing you. It's not supposed to tear you apart. It's not supposed to make you feel like you're constantly going without anything. So I tell them, look for other places to cut first. Try to leave this here and see if there's other places where we can make up for that. If we have to reduce it a little bit, we can reduce it a little bit. Gas for his car, again, that could be reduced because he's not going to work for 5 days. We know that's going to have to be paid. He's not going to need his glasses again. So he's saved $150 right off the top. Groceries and meals out. Maybe you're going to not have so many meals out. You might have to bump up the groceries a little bit, but you're probably not going to have to bump it up as much as you deduct from your meals out. We know he's got to pay his rent. And then we get to the next one. And I'm very adamant about this. The very first thing I want you to write, 75 into your savings and 75 into your emergency fund. I'm not going to let you leak out on that for that month. Because that's another place where people say, oh, it's so simple. I'm just simply going to not save this month. Well, then next month, guess what? It doesn't hurt so bad. And the next month, it doesn't hurt so bad. And you just start forgetting about it. I don't want you to do that. I want that savings, that emergency fund part to be a permanent part of your budget, okay? So that you gotta leave. Subscriptions, I think that really depends on what it's for. If it's, I know $10 wouldn't be your cable, but let's say it was your cable bill. Are you gonna cut your cable for 1 month and then have to reinstall it the next? Probably not. So again, look for other ways. But see if you can get that second month to balance out to $860. For some subscriptions now, things like Hulu and Netflix and all those, some of those you can suspend for a month and say, I'm just not going to have it for this month, and then they'll reinstall it for free. So just definitely want to make sure that you find out what those are going to be for the month. How's everybody doing? We getting to work out? What was the main area that you looked to cut? I mean, obviously the glasses one, right? So we know that 150 is gone right there. But what other places did you look at making some changes in? Clothing and food? Okay.
I dropped the eating out and dropped the entertainment a little.
A little bit, okay. Again, stuff that you probably can live with, right? So when you look at it from this, again, this perspective, this I love sharing because I think it proves just how valuable knowing where your money is coming from and where your money is going to. It just really makes, I think, a big, big deal. In your packet or in your folder that Lauren handed you, this, I think, is just an outstanding way to start getting your budget in order, first of all. Whether you decide to go with an app, some people still just want to do a paper, they want to have a notebook or whatever. This is a great format that you can use where you can see what you're budgeting for the month, and then to the other side, you write down what you actually spent on it. And so from month to month to month to month, you can make the adjustments as you need to. And I really think that that's going to help you out a ton. Okay, but like I said, the other thing too are the apps. You're just punching information into the apps, and that app is adding it up for you. It's displaying it for you. You can get it on your phone. You can actually have it available so that you got on your laptop or your personal computer too, and you can print sheets out. You can do whatever you need to. So this is really going to help you a bunch. Okay. Any questions on this? That most important thing though, you just got to sit down. You got to start. You got to sit down, just make a commitment and say, okay, tonight I'm going to sit down and I'm going to start laying this stuff out, and I'm going to see where I'm at. And then it gets easier and easier and easier. All right, let's move on here.